Hi guys. Today, I'm going to discuss an interesting topic related to MGTOW. I'm going to share a message I received from someone who wanted to know what the MGTOW community has to say about his experience in a relationship with his wife, who he soon learned after marriage was not really who she seemed to be. I'm going to share his story first, and then I'm going to dive deep into what the MGTOW and RP philosophies have to say about it. So here it goes. I classify myself as a male MGTOW of low level. I'm a 30-year-old Florida native. Although my wife is a typical Florida girl, she has a more substantial history than I have of being physical with past partners. Maybe you could talk about MGTOW males who deal with the other gender daily. We're all aware that it's a daily struggle. Although we mainly argue over money and power, I must admit that I am generally happy with our marriage. We've been married for a year and have been friends for approximately 5 years. Recently, I was hanging out with her and slipping in a few MGTOW concepts here and there to see what she would say. She suddenly started acting a lot more flirtatious than normal because she was in a romantic mood that night, or that's what I assumed, I guess. She genuinely began to tell me one final time, though, that she was unable to count the number of men she had been intimate with throughout her life. This was a little too much for me to bear, and you might say that I was in a bit of a foul mood as a result. She also seems quite proud of this. She says she doesn't know the number of men she's been intimate with in the past and feels as if that's some sort of an achievement. And here I am thinking, how many men have already been with my wife and how they were different from me? Were they better? Did she have more fun and pleasure with them? I've seen what women can accomplish in the workplace, and 5 years later, I'm still angry because it cost me a very lucrative career. The woman who did this to me also advanced up the corporate ladder as a result of a harassment lawsuit filed against the corporation and myself, quickly rising to the position of manager before firing me. I had a spotless record and was performing at a high level before this. I occasionally went out partying with my prior manager, who was generally a nice person. And then this corporate climber shows up. With her man-hating strategies, she used her influence to drive out the dominant alpha males. She clearly had little respect for our work ethic, especially since I was constantly outperforming most people, which she visibly despised. I also sent HR a letter regarding reverse discrimination against her, which of course went unanswered. And since I thought I had a strong case against the company, I frequently wonder if MGTOW could work with counsel. Because my wife normally monitors me on my phone, I can't check out the MGTOW forums just yet. So I just want to know what am I supposed to do in this situation, and what is the MGTOW way to go about this. Alright guys, so this was the message that I received from this guide who says he's MGTOW, but he's also married, and now doesn't know what to do because he knows his wife was someone who was extremely promiscuous in the past. First off, being married lowers your MGTOW level to either level 0 or level 1, depending on the scale you choose. You'll get a lot of flack for calling yourself a MGTOW, considering that you're married. However, I still want to applaud your efforts in developing your own awareness with regard to women. Having said that, after reading your account, I can't get rid of the feeling that your wife is blatantly manipulating you. If she behaved that way after you essentially mentioned the MGTOW principles you discussed with her, then she is attempting to change the subject by utilizing her attractiveness to divert your attention away from your thoughts and onto her. She's also telling you that she's had more affairs than she can count while demonstrating her authority and control over you. I can recall that my ex held back information concerning her number of partners from me for 6 to 7 years. Additionally, a number that, conveniently, she couldn't recall. She carefully scrutinized my response when I informed her that it didn't matter to me, but I could still make out a tiny bit of emotion in her. As I had known her for a very long time, her telling me this did not cause any alarm bells to go off in my head. The same is being done to you by your new wife. Be aware that she has been with so many guys that she is likely unable to connect with you since her desires have taken the place of her capacity for genuine affection and love. Does it sound like the kind of lady you want to have kids with in the future? Such women, in my opinion, don't make excellent mothers. You just got married too. If you decide to step out of it, know that you'd be doing yourself a huge favor. You also remark that she has a reputation for making you feel uncomfortable. The likelihood that she will continue to toy with your head as she ages will increase. And if you are unable to get it up or get it hard for her, she may lose her self-esteem and leave the house with your possessions and your children in order to find a man who can get hard for her pleasure, causing havoc in your life as a result. You are in a dangerous situation, and I don't believe you completely comprehend the fire you are playing with. Most women conceal their ability to scorch you like open flames. They have the ability to ruin men, and they know that. You say that she probably monitors your phone. I think that she's just afraid you're going to browse through online and read up on stories about men going their own way, and how they dealt with women like her. She probably also believes that physical intimacy is the only important aspect of love for guys. She likely interprets love to mean intimacy in this way. She examines your phone, and while I don't mean to belittle you, you're acting like a 10-year-old child. And she's your mother checking up on you to see if you've been covering any softcore adult content in it. And don't ask me why I brought that up, but truly, you're a 30-year-old man without access to your own cell phone, which gives you independence and privacy. Does she, however, allow you to look through her phone to see what she's been up to? Trust is meant to be the foundation of relationships, but this doesn't exactly seem like trust to me. Overall, I believe that things will go very wrong for you in this situation. Therefore, I would start planning for the worst-case scenario. If you don't improve your financial situation or social standing within a set length of time, I think it's only a matter of time before she betrays you. I'm also delighted you found that outspoken males tend to advance more slowly among women in business. The only executives in her organization who are not married are those who are going through or dealing with the effects of a divorce, according to someone I recently spoke with. I was frequently persuaded to marry my girlfriend by my female supervisors when I briefly worked in the business sector. They believed that I would be more productive and earn more money for the business if I were married and had children at the time. And as a result of my hard work and the hard work of the other men, they would receive promotions and bonuses. You can't just send human resources a letter and hope for the best. You consult an attorney, explaining that you believe you erred in making this choice. That is unless you're scared they'll lose their current employment immediately. Men help each other out, as I've remarked before, usually when there's anything of financial value at stake. However, you might be able to locate a lawyer who will take a commission. Additionally, in my opinion, you are being mistreated at both work and home. Women are in charge of your life, and I'm delighted that you're beginning to realize this, but the situation is more complicated than you can possibly comprehend. You can have a safety net by starting your own business on the side, and you won't ever have to be concerned about working-class ladies ruining your career again. Additionally, give your current marriage a lot of thought. Do you genuinely believe it will be successful in the long run? Do not interpret any of my criticism as an assault. To come out of a rut, people occasionally need to be jolted out of their lethargy. And as I finished reading your narrative, I completely face-palmed in exasperation. But you're only 30 and have plenty of time to mend your ways with life. I've seen males in the MGTOW movement who despise women, and I think they need to stop doing that. We cannot have males who are hostile and bitter against women. You can dislike a particular woman who hasn't treated you well, but you can't dislike all of them without reason. There should always be a balance in how you think about things. In conclusion, to men who are going through such a situation as this person, I can say with the firm belief that you need to reevaluate your life and your priorities. You can both be with such women and completely ignore their pasts, or you can learn from history and be with women who are only loyal to you. That's it for today, guys. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Until next time.